Okay, here's the super cool trick of the day. It's like, how come I haven't heard anybody mention this before? Everybody's got a lens hood that's broken. See there? And these little fingers, this one's broken too. I bought this lens used, I didn't break it. So now the lens hood is broken while it still works, kind of, sort of. Everybody has an issue, and a reason actually a lot of people don't pack their lens hoods around because they actually try to put them on their camera, and they go, oh my god, it's so tight. Every time I try to put this thing on my lens, it just doesn't want to come off. It's like, well, yeah, have you actually seen this stuff? I mean, it's hard plastic, and of course this one's broken. It's going to go on really, really easy. And you're like, oh, well, this one's broken, of course it goes easy. So they don't pack their lens hoods around, which they should, and so A, they don't pack them around when they need them, and B, you don't, you're not packing them around. You break them because you're sitting there and it's dry. This one isn't dry. This one's been broken 9 ways to Sunday and literally broken, so that one snaps on there right easy. But they have a new lens and a new lens hood, and they go, oh, I need my lens hood. I'm going to put it on my camera. And it ends up breaking, or it's too tough. They're like, I'm constantly tweaking the lens. I'm going to break it. Yeah, let's get to the point, right? I have an issue with flapping my lips too much. So, use some Tetra grease or some nice Teflon grease. Don't use Vaseline or oil, okay? That'll actually rot the polymer, okay? So use some sort of water-based Teflon grease like this, or something that doesn't affect plastics. And what you do is right here you can actually see where it's smeared in here. I actually bought a lens hood replacement for the broken one here that came with this lens. And you just smear it on there, and also the grooves for same. Just put, a fourth of a drop in there and actually rub it in with your fingernail. It's not near the front elements, okay? So it's not going to migrate to the front element or inside the camera lens, okay? And just bring it right there, put it on your nail, smear it in, and that way, A, you won't be breaking your lens hoods, and B, you'll be packing them around and using them like you're supposed to. Nikon and everybody else kind of includes these lens hoods for a reason. It's not like, oh, well, that's a nifty, except no, I mean, it's kind of really important for getting some awesome shots and removing lens flare and blocking out stray light. It's like, oh my god, it goes on so smooth now. So, save yourself some trouble. Some people are going to go, it'd be two responses. Other people are like, oh, that's stupid, that's kind of common sense, and maybe some people might say, oh, that's just awesome. I've got like 4 broken lens hoods. I never thought of that before. So there's the nifty trick of the day. It may not be super nifty, but I'm not seeing anybody make a video about it. And it's actually quite important. And, it saves you from buying a new lens hood and breaking the ones you got. And when you're sitting there trying to put them on your camera, and you're sitting there, it's dry plastic against dry plastic, and you hate doing it. You don't like tweaking it when it's on your camera, especially when it's on your camera. You're sitting there trying to tweak it and hold your camera, and you're twisting your camera. That's also not good on your camera and lens mount, because the mount, the autofocus drive motor right down here, that actually drives, like, this isn't a D-series lens, but it's a D-series. You're sitting there tweaking on the lens, and what you're doing is you're twisting it on the mount of the camera. So this is actually not only important for not breaking your hoods, this actually saves battering on your poor old camera, on its mount and the little screw drive motor here, like you have a D7000, 7100, blah, blah, blah. It saves wear and tear on your camera, so it's actually important in more ways than one. Because first thing somebody does when they go out and shoot, they've already got the lens in the camera, it's like, I'm going to put my hood on there, tweaking it. What they're doing is they're twisting it on the lens, and the lens is twisting. I've seen some people just fight like they're actually trying to get the lid off a friggin' pickle jar, and they're tweaking, and they're causing harm to the internal lens drive motor right here in your camera, and that ain't good, baby. So just add a little bit of grease to the lens mount, onto the hood mount for your lenses right there. Oh, by the way, here's the professional way. Some people pour themselves a cup of coffee. I just use an empty I used an empty thing of fruit juice, and this is high octane coffee. I might drink half of this evening. Yeah, I'm being serious, actually. So anyway, that's your quick tip of the day. It's not only great for your lenses, keeps you from foobarring up, breaking your lens hoods like this one when I bought it, because I've seen so many broken lens hoods, so many. And it saves the wear and tear on your camera. Your poor camera does not like its lens being foobarred with while it's sitting on the front of the mount there. It just ain't good for it. Okay? Yeah, I use the word ain't. Anyway, catch you later. Yeah, I'm full of coffee, but at least I told you the truth, and it's a neat little trick, whatever. Catch you later, bye.